So, let's go ahead and reload. And not interrupt the gnome in the middle of whatever it is that he's doing. But we'll embarrass this man. And embarrass this lady. And there we go. Everything's as it was. Alright. We could search here. Did not know that the gnome would present such problems. Tailmane should have given us a heads up on that, being a crafty gnome himself. Alright. Well, not much else to the brothel. We've cleared the brothel. Ah, good on us. Alright, so let's go into this building. You have entered the blacksmith shop. The smith is hard at work on repairing the bellows. His face is covered with soot, except for a clean streak leading down each cheek. It would appear he has been crying. Hello, good people. What can I do for you today? I think that's probably a little bit too blubbery. You ask him where his apprentice is, that he must stoop to fixing the bellows. My son was slain several days ago in the barren mountains. We found his body defiled by the evil sluck that lived there. I cannot get the king's men to rout out the foul vermin, and I do not have the gold to purchase retribution from mercenaries. All I have is the sweat of my brow, and that buys little justice these days. You would seem to be of hardy stock. If you were to send these foul sluck to the pits that spawned them, I would be eternally grateful. What do you do? We will avenge your son, good sir! The blacksmith hands you a map showing the location where they found his son's body. As you depart, he says, "Thank you, good people. Return when you have cleansed the land of these foul vermin, and we shall celebrate." Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at the map. Oops. Well, this is a map of Bywater. Okay. And then, let's see if we can find where this body is. The location where they found the son of the blacksmith's body. Alright. We'll pay that area a visit, perhaps. Okay, so this is a temple. We can, do some healing here. It does cost a considerable amount of money, and if one of our party members is even dead, we can deal with that here, too. We're not so much in need of their services right now. I would probably like to have Influx healed a little bit, which I've just done. Excellent. Oh. A man approaches you and speaks in a hushed voice. My aides have told me of the arrival of an adventurous band. Hear my offer before you leave. He tells a story of an evil man who has a stable of wild beast men. Okay. The man asks if you would eliminate the stable of beast men for monetary compensation. He offers you 400 gold pieces if you kill the foul creatures. Do you agree? Yes, I would love to kill some beastly men. The man gives you a map showing the location of a hidden cave just outside the town walls. Good luck, friends. I shall seek ye out and reward thee when the deed is done. Now, good day to you. We have another map. Let's take a gander at that. The Beastmen Corral. Sounds like a bar of some kind. Never mind. Anywho. Well, there's some kind of... Oh, here's an encounter again. You come upon a shocking scene. You spy a small group of town bullies attacking an old woman. It would seem they are after a dagger she is clutching to her chest. Do you wish to intervene on her behalf? Yes, we are a good and noble band. We shall rescue the woman. The bullies do not have the stomach to fight and flee at your approach. The old hag scowls at you. Stay away, you can't have it! The dagger she is clutching is rather ornate and seems very likely to be magical in nature. What do you do? We could take the dagger, or we could bid her good day. I will bid you good day. I said good day, sir! As you walk away, she yells, Come and see me at my shop! I'll give you a special price! She quickly disappears around a corner before you realize that you do not even know where her shop is. Well, great. Let's go in here. You come upon an inn and cook house. The smell of hot meals and the sounds of good conversation waft to you from inside. Do you step inside? Yeah, let's take a gander. As you try the fare, disappointment is king. That's my kingdom too. The aroma far outshines the taste. Most of the food is very bland indeed. Some is outright awful. The cook approaches you. Well, good patrons, how is my fine meal today? Should we insult him? Should we just insult him by not saying anything, or should we lie to him? Quite the dilemma. You know, it's 12:48 in the morning, too. I bet that midnight stew isn't really that great. We could just walk away. I kind of like that option. Just shaking our heads. Very well. Please feel free to visit this humble house of finery again. The cook retreats to the kitchen as you decide to leave the remnants of your meal to feed the squalor bins. Okay, that's kind of fun. I think that we were probably going to get a little bit more of a result there if we insulted him, but no matter. Here's a well. Well, well, well. Let's go in here. What is this? Oh, you enter the town archives. An old, withered man with dried leather for skin, just like the books that surround him. How about that for a literary device? Withered man with dried leather for skin sits perched behind a sturdy desk. He is scratching at some parchment with an ink quill. As you approach, he frowns and looks up with a furrowed brow. Shh! People make more noise than a herd of rampaging trollocs. He continues with a sour look upon his face, just like Renee Zellweger. What is it that you want? We are very busy here. You may look around, but do not bother me unless I am needed. I need you in the worst way, actually. There's a bunch of, quite an archive you got going here, pal. Let's walk right through the bookshelves. We can do that. It's our right. Very impressive area here. Oh my! What do we have here? Secret books? Naughty books, perhaps? Let's do some searching. Well, I'm not seeing anything interesting. Let's continue on. Maybe this is meant for another time. Alright, yeah, let's press on. Could be that there's something that we're supposed to find there later on. Alright. Uh-oh. A wretched young gutter snipe runs up to you and begins crying so loud you can barely make out what he's saying. Oh, please help me. Please, please. My dog has fallen into the old well. What's that? Timmy's in the well? This is kind of a reversal, actually. And I can't get him out. Please help. What do you do? I will go and help this poor, dejected lad at the well, which was 1 square away. Oh, thank you very much. Come this way. Hurry, hurry. He leads you to the old abandoned well. At the bottom, you see a miserable little mutt covered in mud. The bucket for drawing water is so old it's completely useless. Alright. The sides of the well are slick with green slime. You estimate it to be about 50 feet to the bottom. It is amazing that the mutt survived such a fall. Well, so this is a special encounter. You can do all kinds of different things here. You can cast spells if you have any that are meaningful under the circumstances. None of these, we could, I guess, cast Lightning Strike on the dog. Put it out of its misery. Zap! Probably not the right course of action, though. We could use an item, and I believe we have an item that would be of use. Wow. Okay. I get it. It's that little nugget there. Throw some spikes down there. Aha. Perhaps the rope? There's another thing that we could do. Let's use the rope maybe, but let's also take a look at actions. We could summon the town guard. That's kind of a chicken shit thing to do. We're not going to bother with that. There are specials, though, that we can use. We can also do an acrobatic act. We have a 20% chance of success by apparently leaping down there and trying to pick up the dog and then scaling back up. We could definitely try this. However, I think that the rope is a safe bet. You have been successful and have retrieved the mutt. The boy looks at you with misty eyes as he thanks you. Somewhere, a passionate deity looks down and smiles. Oh, isn't it lovely? You are invited to come play in the old cave. What cave, you ask? Why, the old cave that leads into the castle courtyard. He draws you a map on a piece of parchment. You kindly turn down the chance to play with him, and he skips off with his happy but muddy friend. He doesn't have any Hot Wheels or anything like that. We just don't care, apparently. But we get victory points. That's one cool thing about this game, is you get points for just doing cool stuff. All right. That is an interesting building. We could walk in there. You walk down a dimly lit passage. The odor of cheap wine intermingles with spiced potatoes. The raucous din of drunken patrons swells the close, musty hallway. A worn carpet has been stained by countless mugs of spilled ale. Patches of mold grow in dark corners of the room. The rotting remains of potatoes have been ground into the carpeting. You enter a sleazy tavern known as Newt's Landing. The title suits this damp, dirty place. Only a newt would want to hang out with his friends in such a dump. It is a wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious. Looks like there's a staircase there. Just walking along the walls to see... Oh, look at that guy. Nothing really here. That guy's not really interactable. Basically, you interact with stuff by walking on top of it, which is how it works in real life, in my experience. You'll surely get a response from somebody by stepping on them. Alright. I don't want to go down those stairs. I'm just going to leave that at that. Let's go into this building. We actually kind of bypassed it. It's a massive building, and it appears to be an endless maze of hallways and corridors. You enter an area that bustles with clerks and aides. They carry out their work with a self-important air. Some sit at tables scribbling furiously, others struggle with armfuls of official-looking documents and sealed scrolls. Let's check this out. You enter the outer office of the city's head magistrate. Her assistant at the front desk is drowning in paperwork. He inquires about your business. So you seek adventure. He informs the magistrate of your presence. You may see her now. It's a lady. You enter a spacious, well-organized office. The city magistrate is an imposing woman dressed in rich velvet robes, and her office smells of rich mahogany. You state your desire for adventure. She asks you a number of probing questions. You detail your background and capabilities. She informs you some rather nasty business needs to be handled. If you wish to contract with me, I can offer you a generous sum for your services. There are a number of commissions to choose from. She considers her case files thoughtfully. Ah, this looks like a job that could fulfill your desire for adventure. She hands you a file to look over. Read this thoroughly. It details the assignment and your compensation. If you find the terms acceptable, sign and date the final sheet. Notorious Bindwort Big Belly is wanted for the murder of Vladimir, a captain in the Royal Brigade. He will be rewarded in gold talents for his successful capture. Oh, wait. That accent is not appropriate. Or if you can provide proof of his death by your hands. Do you accept the commission? I do indeed. Excellent! Big Belly regularly frequents a grog and mead house known as Newt's Landing. Yeah, I knew that this was there. Okay. It's located in the northeastern part of the city. Careful, it's a rough hangout. Report back here when you have successfully completed your assignments. I will do that. You can explore this place a little bit more. Let's do that a wee bit. Oh, this is apparently water. Hee 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 hee! Ha ha ha! Marco! Polo! Marco! Okay, let's move on. Some of this stuff I've played through recently. Other stuff I'm remembering actually from my youth. There's some stuff that we might be able to do in some of these locations. You enter the town jail. 6 cells have been sanctioned off. 2 of the local town drunks can be heard snoring loudly, sleeping off their regular overindulgence of merriment. Low, restless growling emanates from the other cells. At a table near the jail's entrance, a pair of burly guards play a rousing game of bloody knuckles. One brusquely demands that you state your business. Used to curiosity seekers, they readily grant you permission to ogle at the caged beast prisoners. Yeah, we got orders from Captain Richards to see these varmints get transported to the gladiator games. Well, dragging them through the streets is just begging for trouble. Me and Ramius... Oh, my Russian accent was appropriate, apparently. Me and Captain Ramius don't ache to risk our lives. These be nasty beasties. The guards watch you closely and exchange covert looks. One suggests casually, looks like you could use some extra coin. Want to take on the job? Do you offer to take the beasts to the gladiator games in exchange for 100 gold Zambulian zealots? I'm gonna say no, because they seem to be on the sly about this. Fair enough, we don't blame you. It's not a job we're looking forward to. Our pay barely makes the task worth the risk. But there are a few good paying jobs around here to choose from. Yeah, we're not gonna bother with that just yet. Let's head out. Actually, there's a storeroom. Oh. It contains few items of any real use. However, you sense something so slight it is barely perceptible. A sense of evil seems to pervade this room. You cannot deny its presence, and you shiver uncontrollably. Ew. That's what I thought. Seems like a good place to save. There's a stairway. You descend a flight of stairs and face a long, colorless hallway. The lifeless air is close and stifling. Your heels kick up an ancient dust. Oh, I forgot that this is a thing. They implemented this in the later versions of the game. Some of the original ones, I don't remember if they had it, but you have... Okay. Oh, this is awesome. It has the first person view. I totally forgot. And this music is just downright silly. Many mangled corpses and gnawed bones are heaped in the corner of the room. A macabre sight, if you ever saw one. Listen to this shit. This is great. It's another room full of dead things. As you prepare to leave the dead in peace, you notice one pile of bodies seems to shift. From beneath the pile of bodies, you can hear a grunting noise. Do you investigate? Hell yes, this is awesome. As you pull several bodies from the pile, it begins to topple. As the grotesque and misshapen forms slide from the pile, you uncover several carrion feeders. Oh, gross. What's happening? Was that our dwarven friend that just got killed? Oh no, there's rats in here and stuff. Oh my god, look at that thing. It's like an elephant nightmare. I get the feeling that this is probably a little bit out of our league. Let's see, where is the best place to attack here? Probably this one. Oh god. Yeah, Tailmange is already dead. That's not boding well for us because we need his magical healing abilities. And that guy just took a beating and did not die. Can take a licking and keeps on ticking. Oh god. Dwarven companions trying to pick up the slack. Zap the shit out of them. Bang! 4 points, alright. Flail Fist is down. Slugger is down. Influx is down. Yeah, this was not a good encounter for us. That's a trip. Oh, he killed something. And our dwarf buddy fumbled his weapon. Fairy Axe is down. And situation is rapidly turning sour. Alright, we'll have to bear this in mind, that this is not a friendly place to be. And there you go. And Realmz laughs right in our face for daring to go into the hilarious dungeon of hilarious music. Alright, we're not gonna go in there. Don't go there, girlfriend. That was actually really fun. You can actually set the music to play whatever you like. Apparently, I don't know which one that would be, but that's awesome. it's just, that's what I was talking about rough edges. I mean, music is just over the top, but it's in here, and I love it. Alright, let's go to this little place. Madame Oswell's specialty shop appears to be open. As you glance through the window, you recognize Madame Oswell as the old hag you saved from the ruffians. So this is her. We can shop here. And she actually has items of interest. The problem, though, is that they are all fabulously expensive. For instance, this, I think, is actually the dagger that she has on her. You would get this in your inventory. So it may not actually be, in some cases, a bad idea to just take it from her, but you lose access to all this other cool stuff. But as you can see off to the bottom left, 49.40 gold. We don't have that much. There's all kinds of other gear that we could purchase. All of it just way, way, way too expensive. We might be able to possibly pool our money together to get this plate armor +3, for instance, for Effington. Probably not worth it at this point. Padded armor +9. I actually did go through and kit these guys out a little bit, so we actually can't really buy too much of anything here. This is another shop. This is just kind of a general store, if I recall correctly. No, I didn't want to trade, I wanted to shop. Trade, shop, same difference. You can get a stone hammer. I want to be your stone hammer. Now, Effington can carry that. I was checking Tailmage, though, because he can carry some surprising armor. He has chain armor, despite being a caster, so kinda neat. Now, apparently, though, Slugger, he can wear padded armor. I would like to get him in that. We actually get a little bit of money for that. That's not that bad. I was under the impression that, that it was really kind of worthless. You know what we can do? Let's go back in, because he has that helmet that we looted. Maybe Oswell can identify it. Because it's in white. It's a helmet +4. Good God. That's an amazing helmet. We'll have you wear that. Look at the helmet on that guy. I mean, what? Yeah, it's only 6, though. I can see why. I was watching another Let's Play of this, and I can't remember who it was by. I apologize. I'll try to put it in the description so that you can get a... You know, I'm probably not going to play too much of this game, but I did want to show it to you guys at least. But, I did watch it, and he was basically saying, don't bother picking up a lot of this crap, because, it's just not worth your time. But I don't know if I totally agree. Some of that leather armor, for instance, was pretty worthwhile. You have entered a rather fine tavern filled with only the best citizens of Bywater. Most of the tables are filled with patrons eating spiced potatoes. That seems to be a very popular dish around these parts. And engaged in interesting discussions, you find yourself a table near the back. You're standing in a tavern. Do I buy a round of drinks and listen to rumors? Do I slip the barkeep some gold and hope he will tell us some news? Approach the table of a seedy-looking character who is watching you. Ask the barmaid to tell you of any local news. Well, let's start with that.
Oh, I don't really know much.
She smiles and points to the seedy-looking man.
Ask him, he's been telling me all kinds of stories all day.
Okay, we could do that. You could buy a round of drinks and listen. The way I see it, those trolls need to be taught a lesson. If the king won't take care of it, then the town council should. I'm telling you, someone better do something right quick. People are afraid to leave town and travel the roads at night. These damn teenagers with their rock and roll music and their Converse shoes. Rabble, 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 rabble. Oh, we do get another message here. Seems like everybody in town be saying that those naff down south are getting too big for their britches. I be agreeing. What the fuck kind of jive is this? 2 merchants due today didn't show, and one of them was supposed to be a wizard. 'tis bad times when wizards start to disappear. Alright. How about we do approach this fellow?
What you want? Me no make trouble. Good king say me no have to leave.
His panic quickly subsides as it begins to dawn in his puny mind, that you are not the king's men, and you are not there to kick him out of town.
Targ no go out of town. Targ being chased. You help Targ?
He grasps your sleeve as he stands.
Me go with you. Tell big secret. We go to big iron box near lake and Arg!
You see a steel point sprout from his chest. He pitches forward, swing and a miss, with a red feathered shaft growing from his back. Can you dig it? He has bile spews from his slack jaw. He thrusts a slip of paper into your grasp. You see his assassins at the bar, these 3 very large orcs smiling a toothy grin and brandishing weapons. We have a map. They make for the door in haste, yelling, "Targ the thief has gotten his due. Any man who follows us shall join him in Hades." It's all Greek to me, I guess. Apparently, they did not see the slip of paper Targ gave to you. Well, we could search his body. We could play dumb and examine the map back at your table to avoid getting involved. We could chase the orcs. I remember this option. Don't do it. Spoiler alert, I guess, but don't do that. We could wait around and tell the town guard what happened. I'm going to search his body. I don't remember what this does, actually. Who will do it? Usually when it has you search something and pick somebody, it's either a good thing or a really good thing or a really bad thing. Well, Influx... It's your lucky day. I'm mostly thinking it's because he's a rogue and he might be more deft and, I don't know. I'm being a little bit arbitrary. His body is filthy and unwashed. Lucky you. You find several copper coins that are all but worthless. In your haste to search him, you take less caution than is wise and prick yourself on a poison needle concealed in his sleeve. Ouch. Well, we didn't get poisoned from it. I wonder if Influx was able to roll out of that or something. We're going to wait and explain to the town guard what happened. The town guard is quick to arrive. You explain your view of what happened. The guards prepare to leave with the body and begin a search for his assassins. The man in charge of the guards is known by the name of Hiker. He invites you to visit him at the guards' barracks. He hands you a paper. This will allow you to enter Castle Anthrax. The Castle Anthrax? So you may visit. I believe we have much in common. Good day. Okay, so we have a writ of entrance and an invitation. We actually got some victory points out of that. Corporal of the watch shouts, "Be sure to check in with the magistrate in the guardhouse before entering." Okay, this is actually the guardhouse down here. However, we could actually bypass this entire thing. The gate stands unguarded. A notice from the king is posted. It reads, "Stanchion burial lands are closed until further notice. All those that enter do so of their own accord and at their own risk." The graveyard has fallen into a state of total disrepair. Most of the graves and crypts have been looted. The caretakers have not been busy for quite some time. Uh-oh! Zombies! Let me at them. Let's trade places with... Tail Mage. Crap. We should be able to deal with this pretty handily. Ooh, ow. Shit, I shouldn't have said anything. Fairy Axe. Lightning. Cast it. It's good. And I'm gonna have Tail Mage go ahead and heal our friend. Slugger. And there you go. And we have some gear. I'm actually going to go ahead and take the long swords. I guess one reason why you might not want to pick them up is because they are heavy. So I'm going to try to distribute these a little bit. Well, that's actually all of them. I'll just have Effington carry them. Got a small amount of victory point. Ooh. And a secret entrance.